Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Lizzie, and for today's video we are continuing on reviewing the Poltergeist franchise. So I had posted a poll on Twitter asking you guys which series you wanted me to continue with next, either Poltergeist or Paranormal Activity, and the majority vote was for Poltergeist. But there will be links popping up and probably in the description as well so that you can check out both previous reviews. I've done the first two for both of those series, so we are now continuing on with the third Poltergeist film. And if you are new to my channel, I love the first Poltergeist. It is one of my favorite horror films, but I had not seen the second or third previously to watching them to review for the channel. And spoiler alert, I liked the second one, and I was pleasantly surprised that I really liked this one as well. I thought that by the third one I would be kind of done, or that they would be a little bit too much, maybe a little too over the top, but this is still a really good film. Now, if you are like me and you haven't seen the third Poltergeist, don't know what it's about, basically we are continuing to follow Carol Ann. She is the protagonist, haunted little girl from the first two films, who the spirits basically are following and have kind of attached to her. Now she has been sent for the school year by her parents to go live with her aunt and uncle, and she is attending a school for children with special abilities, basically. And she has this teacher that, for whatever reason, he really believes that she kind of has this power, this ability to heavily suggest situations and get people to believe them. But for whatever reason doesn't believe that any of the things that previously happened actually happened to her, which I found that kind of weird. I'm like, okay, so you believe that she's got this intense ability of suggestion, but you don't believe that ghosts and poltergeists and all those things are real? A little odd. But he is basically working with her, trying to get her to kind of realize that none of what previously happened was real, as he believes. And the more he gets her to talk about the events, the stronger the poltergeist and the previous attachments become, and unfortunately they are able to locate her, and the events start to happen again. This one all takes place in this hotel that I don't know if he just owns it or runs it, but it's basically ran by or managed by her uncle. That is why they live there. And one of the aspects that is really cool within this film is, if you've seen any of the previous ones, you know that mirrors are a big part of this. If you really know anything about poltergeists in general, you know that mirrors can be that they do often use mirrors as a way between worlds, and this hotel is covered in mirrors. There's mirrors all along the hallways, there's mirrors within the elevators, so the poltergeist, the spirits really have a lot to attach onto and a lot of ways to kind of sneak through, which I thought was a brilliant part of the film. I also felt like it was just visually really intriguing. There's a lot of use of reflections and other scents of water and pools, a lot of use of ice with things like being cold due to the poltergeist, and it's just visually a really pleasing film as well. Also, of course, Carol Ann, Heather O'Rourke, who plays Carol Ann, did an amazing job in this. She definitely, she's older, a little bit older in this, so she has more lines, and is really a strong center focus. I mean, she is in the previous films, but I feel like even more so in this one, and I feel like she did such an amazing job, and it is very sad. I know that some of you will already know this, but she did die during production of this film, or towards the end of production of this film, they did end up doing some reshoots where they had to have some stand-ins for her. I know that the director and a lot of the people that were involved with this film actually didn't even really want to release it after her death. They didn't feel like it was, you know, a lot of people will say, oh, like it's an homage, or, you know, you should release it as an homage to her, but they didn't really feel that way. I don't think her family really felt that way, but unfortunately the studio, which I'll call them out, was MGM, they wanted it to be released because they put all this money into it. Kind of understandable, a little fucked up, but understandable. And so they ended up doing some reshoots to make take the movie from PG to PG-13, so it'd be a bit scarier. So they had some stand-ins, and a lot of people felt a lot of ways about that. I could definitely see where they're coming from, though, like I said, I really enjoyed the movie. I thought it was really good. I would have understood if it was never released, though. But there's a part of me that's glad it was. I think it was, though I will say the ending of the film does kind of lead you to believe that there could be a fourth one, which, I mean, if you were going to do reshoots and the main actress for the franchise has passed away, maybe you could have reshot a better ending. I don't know, but that's just my feelings about it. But there unfortunately isn't a fourth one, but I think that's a good thing. I think, you know, like I said, with the main actress having passed away, especially during shooting for this film, it probably would have been in bad taste to make a fourth one and try to replace her or move away from that. But yeah, all in all, I really like this film. I thought it was really good. I highly suggest, actually, if you want more information about the series, Shudder has a series called Cursed Films, and Poltergeist and the franchise in general is one that they talk about, and I think it's really interesting. They interview a lot of the actors and the directors for the third one. Definitely worth checking out as well. And if you haven't seen this one, I definitely think it is worth checking out too. I just watched it on Amazon Prime. All three of them are on there, including the remake. So, and again, let me know if you'd be interested in me doing the remake, or if not, I will just move on to finishing Paranormal Activity. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on Poltergeist 3 if you have seen it. And let me know your thoughts on the whole rest of the series as well. If you did enjoy this, please do give it a big old thumbs up. Make sure you hit the subscribe button for more horror related content, and I will see you guys again later with another video. Bye!